Just after 12 noon, Ferguson, Missouri. The men you see in this exclusive cell phone video hear gunshots. They are about 50 feet away from Michael Brown and Officer Darren Wilson. The unidentified person recording this video captured the witness's reaction during the final moments of the shooting. Both men were contractors working in the area. They did not want to be identified. The man on the left in the pink shirt told CNN they heard one gunshot. Then, about 30 seconds later, a second shot. He says he saw Michael Brown staggering. Then he says Brown put his hands up and said, "Okay, okay, okay." The witness told us the cop didn't say get on the ground, he just kept shooting. That same witness described the gruesome scene, saying he saw Michael Brown's brains come out of his head, again reiterating his hands were up. Watch how he motions on the video. The video, these witnesses say, was taken shortly after the shooting ended. If you look closely, you can see a police officer in the distance beginning to put up crime scene tape. Both men told us by the time it was over, there were 3 officers on the scene, but only 1 involved in the shooting. Another voice is also heard on the tape. The contractor in the green shirt told me that voice belongs to a man he didn't know who pulled up alongside them, yelling this.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? We have been gone for a minute again.
Not quite a minute, but we've been gone.
Hour. This is your boy Cole Jackson.
Shogun.
How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode of
BYNK.
BYNK, man. Lots of topics that we have to talk about.
Topics in your pocket because you listening while you rock it.
It's funny because we would usually kind of go about. We would probably be like, "Hey, what's going on?" and tell you about what's happening and how we're doing. But instead, we're gonna kind of go right into what's real.
Yeah, man.
First thing we're gonna talk about, because we got a ton to talk about.
Yeah, man.
The Ferguson situation. 30 days later.
Like, we recorded the first show the day of Ferguson. The day of Mike Brown's death.
Yeah.
And you were actually talking about it while we were recording, like, oh man, they rioted in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And we've had several things that happened since then. I mean, it's just been a crazy turn of events. CNN released some new footage that they had the day of his murder, and they just now released it. But it's pointing towards the cop being the bad guy.
I'm going to pose a question to Shogun and actually to a lot of people. And I know it's at this time, whenever we post this, we're going through a lot right now as
a nation, as a people,
as a nation of people, as black people, black folks. Not trying to segregate anybody from the conversation, but it's going down. One thing I wanted to add, because I know you got, I'm going to let you speak, but as of right now, young black man living in the world right now, how do you feel about everything that's going on? Let's just start with the Ferguson situation. How do you feel, man?
I hate having to talk about a racial issue, but it always ends up being a racial issue. So my white friends, hey, we still cool. I ain't mad at you. But this is ridiculous. It's open season on black people right now. And as you jokingly said, it's been that way for years.
We were talking before we started recording, and he was like, man, it's open season. They're killing us. And I was like, yeah, it's been like that for about 300 to 400 years.
I mean, you can go down the list to Sean Bell, to just every black guy that was out there doing.
Emmett Till.
Yeah, from Emmett Till to Mike Brown.
Emmett Till,
it's always been some bull, and it's always the cops getting away, or the cops going home for administrative leave with pay.
Let me throw something out there. If you don't know who Emmett Till is, do your history, folks. Go back and look
He whistled at a chick and they hung him up.
No, let them go back and do their history. Speak on it, man.
I'm really just pissed off.
Okay,
right
so talk about it.
Man, look, first of all, I fault the media for what's going on, what happened with the whole rioting thing, because if they had all this information, why did they hold it back? Why did they choose 30 days later to let me speak real quick? I'm sorry. Why did they hold it back to right now to release it after the anger has already been there? After the people done spoke, after they done marched and went out there trying to argue their point, like, hey man, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. But then again, they got all this information that could have just squashed the beef from the get-go. The cop was wrong. The cop killed the kid. I don't care if Mike Brown was a goon or anything else. We are Americans. We have due process. And right now, it doesn't seem like they care. You can just kill somebody. If they label you a terrorist or if they say that you're a thug, they can just kill you just like it's nothing. That is not right.
I agree. The reason I'm gonna throw something out here, which I lived through something you didn't, but I wasn't in it. The reason why that tape didn't come out is a little thing that happened back in the 90s with Rodney King.
Yeah.
And you know, for a lot of people the LA riots, think about that videotape coming out.
Yeah, they snatched the truck driver out and killed him, didn't they?
I mean, but the riots in LA, man, I remember like it was yesterday when that was going on. I was a kid. It wasn't nothing nice, man. You could see the smoke. Like, it's funny, you go outside to see the smoke coming up from the riots. I'm a lot of times I see things like the whole Mike Brown situation, the Ferguson situation. I see that stuff, and the thing is, I get upset, but then I kind of fall back, and the reason why is because it's been going on for years.
Man,
I know we're living in a different time now, and yeah, you know, like, but to be honest with you, police been doing this for a long time.
When is it gonna stop, man? You know what I'm saying?
When we stop being black.
Look,
that's when it's gonna stop. Here's the thing, man. And here's I'm not trying to make any excuses for nothing. What I'm saying is this. We unfortunately are part of American history in a good and a bad way. We helped build this country more than what a lot of people know, from our style, from the way we talk, dress.
We exploited.
But we've been outcast, we've been copied, we've been taken advantage of, beat, hung, lynched. And for some strange reason, throughout all of these years, even up until today where we have a black president, some people still feel like it's okay, because we ain't
3/4 of a human being.
That's
I get it. I'm just saying, man.
Second-class citizens to a lot of people.
I'm just saying, look, all these good old boys who always screaming out, America's great, America's this and that. America wouldn't be America today if it wasn't for the protests. The fact that people can go out there and say, no, I don't agree with my government, and I'm going to fight to change my government. But then when you got people doing the same thing, trying to change their government, and you look at them and say, look at these thugs. They rioting. They looting. Mind you, the looting was uncalled for. They shouldn't have done that. But when people are on the verge of just losing everything, they going crazy right now. There are so many problems in America, and nobody's talking about it, especially in our community, even though we need to fix our own stuff. But when folks are just pushed to the brink, they going to lose it. And when they ain't got nothing else to lose, that's it when we lose it.
But that don't mean you need to go out and steal and
I agree.
Loot and all that.
That was wrong.
Believe me, there have been protests in the past, and you can go and
protesting ain't getting it done, bro.
Hey, you know what?
Look, man, these cops is murdering people.
I know, and we might have to go back to the Panther movie.
Every terrorist I ain't even gonna call them terrorists. Every mass shooting have been captured and arrested. The ones who didn't commit suicide. A man with a wallet in his hand gets gunned down.
He wasn't even a man. Talking about Mike Brown?
I ain't talking about Mike Brown. That was Sean Bell, I believe. I can't remember. It's happened so often.
You can tell us what you saw. What is this?
Okay, what I saw was when the cop and Michael were like wrestling through the window. It looked as if Michael was pushing off and the cop was trying to pull him in. Then the cop shot a fire through the window. Michael breaks away and he starts running away from the officer. The officer gets out of his vehicle and pursues Michael as he's shooting his weapon. Michael jerks his body as if he was hit. Then he turns around, faces the officer, and puts his hands up. And the officer continues to shoot him until he goes down to the ground.
Here's the thing, man, and here's why I look at it in a very crazy way. Anybody who's looked, I'm not a history buff or anything like that, but anybody who's read some things or looked at our history as far as like this kind of stuff is concerned, it don't surprise. When I heard about it, I was shocked at first, but after a little bit, I was kind of just like, I'm used to it.
You know what really pisses me off?
Go ahead.
What really pisses me off again is the media, how they're portraying this. Okay, a couple of days after the whole Mike Brown thing is, they're gonna release Mike Brown's strong arm robbery that had nothing to do with the reason he got shot. But they was just trying to paint a picture of what type of person Mike Brown was, so you would not sympathize for a human being getting shot, 6 times?
You have to.
I'm just saying, like they showed him taking a Swisher Sweet and said, this is why that thug got shot.
You have to look at it like this, though. The media is different from how it used to be, and the reason being is because,
trust me, I understand.
I mean, we live in a social network society now. So anybody could be the media.
And that's the only reason why we know another argument for this shooting, because of social media.
But you also have to take into consideration this, man. Like, the news is trying to out-news regular folks.
They're lying.
I mean,
point blank, period. It's a lie.
If you want to get the story out there, you want to be the first on the scene with the story.
The man said, why did you shoot him? He did not pose a threat. Hands up in the air. I'm going to post the video so y'all know what I'm talking about. That'll be the first thing you see. Hands up in the air. Why did you shoot him? He ain't posting no threat. Gun down 6 times. They said the dude pulled up on Mike Brown. His own best friend, who was right there with him, ran for his life because the cop was on some BS.
Friend, we was walking down the street in the middle of the street, and we wasn't causing any harm to nobody. We had no weapons on us at all. We just walking, having a conversation. No cars were blowing at us or honking at us like we was holding up traffic or anything like that. Now, a police officer squad car pulled up, and when he pulled up, these was his exact words. He said, "Get the F on the sidewalk." And we told the officer we was not but a minute away from our destination, and we would shortly be out the street. We was having a conversation, and he went about his way for about 1 or 2 seconds as we continued to walk, and then he reversed his truck, his car, and in a manner to where it almost hit us, and it blocked both lanes off the way he turned his car. So he pulled up on the side of us. He tried to thrust his door open, but we were so close to it that it ricocheted off us and it bounced back to him. And I guess that, got him a little upset. And at that time, he reached out the window. He didn't get out the car. He just reached his arm out the window and grabbed my friend around his neck and was trying to choke my friend. And he was trying to get away, and the officer then reached out and he grabbed his arm to pull him into the car. So now it's like the officer's pulling him inside the car and he's trying to pull away. And at no time the officer said that he was going to do anything until he pulled out his weapon. His weapon was drawn, and he said, "I'll shoot you," or "I'm going to shoot." And in the same moment, the first shot went off, and we looked at him. He was shot, and there was blood coming from him, and we took off running. And as we took off running, I ducked and hid for my life because I was feared for my life, and I hid by the first car that I saw. My friend, he kept running, and he told me to keep running because he feared for me too. So as he was running, the officer was trying to get out of the car, and once he got out the car, he pursued my friend, but his weapon was drawn. Now, he didn't see any weapon drawn at him or anything like that, us going for no weapon. His weapon was already drawn when he got out the car. He shot again, and once my friend felt that shot, he turned around and he put his hands in the air, and he started to get down, but the officer still approached with his weapon drawn, and he fired several more shots, and my friend died.
I mean,
buy some guns, folks. I ain't saying go out there and kill cops, but shit, if they gonna do some stuff like this, man, protect yourself.
Here's the thing.
Protect your neck.
Here's the thing right here, man. Protesting works.
Serve and protect, huh?
I mean, but here's the thing. This is what trips me out though, Ed. And I'm gonna, you know, we cool. And I'm gonna just say this to you though. I understand that you're upset, but like, why? I mean,
because
we're black
nothing's gonna happen.
We're black in America, and it's going to happen to us.
These same
either
people
one extreme or another. This all. What I'm saying is this: either the police is going, no matter what, you are going to fit the description, regardless.
Right.
Like let's just go ahead and clear that out right now.
All right, I'm just tired of the sham of America, the beautiful, the great. America is the greatest country in the world. When America is destroying their own people, they don't care about us.
I kind of hate.
They don't care about nothing. Look, they always picture black people as the ones with their hands out looking for some kind of offering. We don't want your stuff, man. This guy, man.
Well, until we learn how to do better.
I'm just saying. But the first person you think of when you hear welfare is a black person.
Okay.
That's all about it. The image, the media is spinning that stuff around.
I don't really. It's not really the media. It's the image that a lot of our people put out there too. Don't act like you ain't been out there.
I ain't saying it ain't out there. It is out there, but it's not as proportionate as they making it seem.
And furthermore, here's the thing too. Here's something that we need to kind of think about as well. We don't always have to go by what they say.
I don't, but that is the popular opinion.
Okay.
I'm the
popular opinion don't equal right.
Right. But you know they always talk about America's this great country, but then when you pull up an issue, a real social issue, nobody wants to argue it. You know.
Because we're not living in the days of when we were fighting for something. See, we're so us as black subdued from what? We comfortable, homie. We are black and comfortable. We don't have the kind of issues and topics that they were fighting for back in the 60s and 70s. We got so many issues right, man. Okay, we do.
You know how many?
But guess what? Guess what though? Here's the thing. What are you willing to do about it? Huh? This is what I'm saying. We are at a point in our lives as far as African Americans or black. I don't like saying African. I like saying black people. As black folks, where I tell you, here's the funny thing. This was another thing I'm gonna throw out to you. When that whole situation went down, what black leaders was out there?
The same ones that's always out there.
We don't even have
TV time.
We don't even have new black leaders. So that goes to show you how. And black folks, if you get mad at me, I don't give a damn. But that just goes to show how we have gotten lazy and comfortable. We fat cats now. Because we got a little bit of good going on, and we don't want to mess that. I don't want to mess this up. Yeah. I don't want to mess this up. Right. And the thing about it is, it's like this. Yeah, we get up in arms and we get mad about it. What you willing to do?
There ain't nothing. Look, man, it's 30 days later. The cop's still out there. The cop's still out there doing whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Mike Brown's dead.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Problems in it. Everybody start riding. Go back to bed, people. Go back to bed, people. Nobody cares anymore. A man just got shot and killed.
Well, I ain't gonna say nobody cares because I don't think those people in Ferguson would be protesting like they have been.
But you know what?
For all this
you know what? They were met with aggression. They were met with police
looked
officers
at old
dressed.
So you haven't looked at old protest film before?
Okay, look. Let me Arab tanks. Arab tanks versus a water hose.
Okay.
I mean, it's not right. We're not
going to. So what? Because we're in
a tank coming down a city street.
Okay.
Man, okay.
I'm not.
You don't see an issue with that?
Yeah. Okay. I do see an issue with that. But here's the thing, dude. Like, that's how they're gonna deal with it.
But they the first ones to argue about. Well, we got these rights. My Second Amendment rights. My First Amendment rights. The judicial system. You don't give us none of that.
What do you mean?
They shot the man dead. He didn't get a chance to go through the due process, right? Nobody read him his Miranda rights. Nobody put handcuffs on him. No, they shot and killed the man right there in the street with his hands up.
But here's what you fail to realize. This happens on a regular basis, though.
The fact that it happens on a regular basis means that this is a problem.
It's been a problem for years. Years. There's so many of them that's been swept up under the rug. And this is what I'm saying.
So what next? What do we do next?
Exactly. Because I don't have the answer.
You ain't got the answers, Cole.
I don't have the answers.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway. I've been doing this more than you.
Man. I mean, it's like they killed all our leaders saying, "Hey, man, they too radical." But look at what they giving us. This is what they giving us. You know, the first thing you wanna talk it out. We do. We want to say, "Hey, man, you guys need to listen." But shit, what they do? Come down the street with guns pointing at us. Man running away with his arms up. Nah, shoot him in the back. Wait till you turn around, execute him. All right. That's that BS y'all need to know. Well, problem, action, like solution. Look that up.
We most definitely. The good thing about a lot of these topics that we're going to talk about, it opens up the conversation for a lot of things that we haven't been talking about or we haven't been.
You want to ask? You wonder why people are so mad, so militant? Why we ain't smiling? It's like, oh, they so aggressive. But look what we met with. You coming down my street with a tank, dog. A tank.
Okay.
They ain't doing that junk in Halcyon. They ain't doing that in freaking Greystone.
Them folks ain't protesting.
They ain't having that. You come up in their neighborhood with a tank, they suing everybody.
They don't.
The police force is off the mayor is getting involved.
The neighborhoods that you just mentioned are neighborhoods that don't have any problems because those are the neighborhoods where the wealthy live or the rich live.
Right.
What problems do they have?
Right. They got problems with maxing out
I can't
their
get my
credit card.
iPhone 6, homie. All I'm saying
America
is this.
the beautiful, man.
Hey, hate me if you want to, but I'd rather be.
It's the greatest country in the world.
There's no other country I'd rather be, and I ain't even being sarcastic.
They done destroyed every other country out there.
America has?
With sanctions or whatever, with our policies and whatever. I mean, I feel like we are the great evil that every country is calling us. Man, we are the problem in this world right now.
How? How are we the problem?
We sticking our nose in everybody's business.
Hello, people. We don't stick our nose until somebody has something to say to us about it.
No. You need to look at what the CIA's been doing for years. Oh yeah, go ahead. Poo-poo what I'm saying.
I didn't poo nothing.
Because I'm the conspiracy dude.
I didn't say nothing,
Look
man.
at what our government's doing behind the scenes. What they don't tell you. We are the great evil in this world. Let's go ahead and wrap this.
I refuse to believe that. All I'm saying is this, and we'll go to our next topic. This opens up the conversation. It's been 30 days later. We have new footage showing that, Mike Brown was not a threat, which you don't really need videotape for that. It's a sad state of affairs we're going through right now. But we have to keep our heads up. We have to keep fighting. Keep pushing, man. I mean, like I said earlier, what are you willing to do? Done.
Ain't got nothing else to say. If this didn't make you angry, make you want to change something, make you at least change the way yourself is presented out there in the world, let me.
And if you have an opinion about something that we said, no matter who you are or what it is,
be a man and at least listen to it.
Come on, comment about it. Believe me, I'm not one of those guys that gets all upset because you want to say kill yourself or something like that.
Oh no, I'm not gonna kill myself.
But just comment on what we had to say.
Just look up the Gulf of Tonkin. There you go.
I can make shit rhyme. I can make shit rhyme if I'm feel like, even if I don't. So I just might not, cause I don't want to. And I'm just gonna freestyle for the first time with a freestyle that don't even go together. Oh. No rhymes. That's my new shit. How that sound? Uh-oh. Wow. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
That's the next one. You ain't got the answer, Sway. Damn, man. Hey, wait, hold up. I started the year off with I gave Sway his first TV.
Now what is it?
I got to end the year off with you ain't got the answer, Sway.